Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Let me plug my crock pot in. Welcome back. Today on In the Kitchen with Sandy, I'm just kind of cleaning up around here as I go. My husband has requested sauerkraut. He wants some sauerkraut and wieners, and you know what? I love him, so I'm gonna make him some sauerkraut and wieners. We're gonna make them in the crock pot, and because I love you guys too, I'm gonna show you how I make mine. It is absolutely delicious. I love sauerkraut. Sometimes I just crave it, and I don't think I have a video on here of sauerkraut and wieners. Hot dogs, if you want to call them hot dogs. We always call them sauerkraut and wieners. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what type of sauerkraut we're using today. Vlasic is my favorite. Sauerkraut, I don't like to use ones with the caraway seeds in them. I don't like that. And another one of my favorite sauerkraut is, it's called, like, I've got some over there and I can't see, it's called like Silver Fleece or something like that. It is really good too. It's a really good brand. But these are the main sauerkrauts that I use, and I also am going to use some hot dogs. I use just the Conn's hot dogs. I've never cooked it with any other hot dog before, so just a little note. If you cook it with anything but the Conn's hot dogs, because I love the flavor of those, that's all I buy is the Conn's hot dogs. I don't know, if it'll turn out just like this. This is not a sponsored video by Conn's. I wish it was a sponsored video by Conn's. Maybe down the road, then they'll hit me up. But Conn's is definitely what you need if you want your sauerkraut to taste like mine. So simple and easy. We're doing this in the crock pot today, like I said. Just a few things that you need to do. Throw it in there and just let it cook for a good 4 or 5 hours on high. I like to cook it till it's nice and tender to the bite, but still has just a little tiny bit of crispness to it. I don't like it mushy. I'm not a mushy sauerkraut type girl, so I'm gonna get this started because Olivia's requested something totally different today. She does not like sauerkraut, and I'm gonna film that video as well. So let's get started on this one. Enough rambling. All right, what I'm gonna show you is how I open my sauerkraut, because I usually can't open it unless my husband's here, because it's really, the jars are like really hard to open. So what I do is, this is just like a little trick here. I want you to look down here. I take my sauerkraut and see, I just really can't open that. So here is a good trick. If your hubby's not home when you go to make your sauerkraut, take you a knife and then just punch a hole in it. Just like that. Just a little hole is all you need. And that allows it to, look at that. Oh, what do you know? Isn't that amazing? I never can get these open. So it just releases the pressure, and you'll see the lid pops up too. And you can open it right away. Crazy, isn't it? Isn't that crazy? So what I'm gonna do next is, I'm gonna go ahead and add my sauerkraut into my crock pot, because I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. Juice and all, my friends. Put every bit of that juice in there. Olivia does not like sauerkraut. We always make her eat just a little bite of it, like for the new year. So I don't know what happened this year. I did cook sauerkraut and we all ate some, so I don't know what happened. 2020 has just been one sucky year, you know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. So I just put that in there. That's two jars of it, and that'll be, I usually do like 3 jars of it, because if my son gets, if he gets any whiff of me cooking sauerkraut, he's all up in it too. He loves sauerkraut. So I'm gonna get this started. I'm gonna start this on high. I'm gonna put my lid on it. And then we're gonna get started cutting the hot dogs. Now, let's go over here. I've already started cutting my hot dogs up here, and I just wanted to show you how I do them. Just nice, and I like to do mine small. I don't like big chunks of them. But if you do, go ahead. You cut them the way you like them. Look, Daisy likes hot dogs. Get down, sweetie. But I just kind of cut them, small, not real big. I usually use a whole pack to 2 jars of that. Look at that. 2 jars of that sauerkraut. I've cut them all but the last 2 here just to show you. Everybody knows how to cut hot dogs though, right? I've got my pan started. I've got it on medium, and we're just going to fry these up. Get them nice and brown in color. Oh my goodness. I love sauerkraut. I'm making him some potatoes to go with it. Mashed potatoes. Sauerkraut, mashed potatoes. Look at that. Don't throw that juice away. The juice that's in here, we're going to add that to our sauerkraut. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, it is what it is. We're going to take about 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to put it in this pan right here. And then once this butter melts, I'm going to add my hot dogs in it, and then we're going to just saute them up. All right, in they go. And again, we're just going to saute these up until they're nice and brown in color. All right, this is perfect. I like them to get nice and brown. Doesn't matter if they're brown on both sides, you know, as long as you get them nice and brown. And this is when I like to go in and take a bite of the like really super brown ones. Mmm, yummy. Well, I got a radio under my cabinet, so it makes it hard for me to let you watch me do this. And you know what? I'm gonna save me another one just because I like them like that. Like, I'm gonna save me 2 of them. And then just stir that in there, mix it in there really well. No sauerkraut is complete without bacon grease. You gotta have a little bacon grease in it to flavor it up. That is a nice big tablespoon, tablespoon and a half. Just mix it around there, and it's going to heat through, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm going to also put some black pepper in here. I am not one to add sugar to my sauerkraut. I don't believe that it's supposed to be sweet, so I don't add it. The bacon grease and the hot dogs give it a nice flavor. So we're just going to stir this again, mix it, make sure that it's mixed really well. And then I'm also going to add just a few little onion flakes in there. Not a whole lot. Get it all down in that juice. See how it's got all that juice in there? Oh, it's going to cook up perfectly. Lid back on it. And we're just going to cook it for about 4 hours, 5 hours on high, just until it's done to my desired tenderness. That's a perfect word. I just want it tender. I'm going to make some mashed potatoes with it, maybe some cornbread for him as well. And I think you're going to like this recipe. I really do. Like I always say, if I like it, I know you're going to like it. So I'll meet you back here when this is done, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, guys, my sauerkraut is done. It is fork tender. It is delicious. The house smells to me amazing. To Olivia, it don't smell too good. I'm gonna point you right down in there so you can see it. It cooked for about 5 hours on high. Like I said, it's nice and fork tender. It's perfect. I love it. I am gonna go right in for a bite. I almost started serving dinner without even finishing this video. Look at that, so juicy. I like a little juice in my sauerkraut. I like a lot of juice in my sauerkraut. It is so hot too. That is perfect. It is tender. Oh my goodness. I love sauerkraut. Either you're one of the people who like it, you love it, or you hate it. And I'm definitely one that loves it. I hope you try this recipe. You know I love you guys very much. And I'll see you on the next episode of In the Kitchen with Sandy. Bye.